Tell me that's not cool. You know, I want to give credit where credit is due. I don't know if this is Todd Melcar's Productions, but Todd Melcar's putting together this video. And I'm standing far enough away so I can't get kicked, but I want to recognize Ana Gonzalez and her team for putting all this together. So if you haven't guessed it already, I am unapologetically proud to be an advocate for the American public education system. And I'm equally as proud to be able to lead one of the most diverse public school districts in the state of Illinois. You know, public education is responsible for educating approximately 90% of our nation's children. Second only to parenting, the quality of our public schools will have the greatest influence on our future. And right here in this auditorium is full of public school professionals. And let me be really clear about my definition of public school professionals. Teachers, bus drivers and monitors, paraprofessionals, office professionals, coordinators, support staff, building engineers, maintenance staff, school board members, administrators, and all the many roles that it takes to support our students in School District 129. Today represents a new day and a new school year, and as public school professionals, we have the opportunity to impact people. And we're going to take full advantage of that. I'm looking for your help to be able to turn the page on the divisiveness of the past 2 years and make a positive impact and make some direct change for our community and for our students. We have shown that we can handle conflict. We have shown that we can handle diversity. But now I believe that we are tasked with elevating the conversation around public education. Public education has been under assault and misrepresented by political leaders, the media, public media, since the early 1800s. However, today the debate has reached epidemic proportions. I did use epidemic. A recent article in the New York Times claims that public education has taken a seismic hit as a result of the pandemic, and that its decline will not be easily reversed. That same article claims that a decrease in student enrollment, lower student outcomes, and shaky finances as evidence. And we've all seen the national headlines featuring contentious school board meetings, featuring topics such as transgender student rights, critical race theory, national sex education standards, the arming of school teachers, and the banning of books. Everyone's an expert, and everyone has an opinion. And with all this divisiveness, it's no wonder that we are facing a national teacher shortage and a mental health crisis. The reality is that most Americans have no idea what's happening in our nation's schools, except for what they learn through test score reports and my favorite, Facebook posts. For those that you know me, you know I love Facebook. If only I could spell it. You know, people in our world want to have those discussions based on rumors and individual perceptions via social media and other public media. And they feel free to have those discussions, whether they're informed or not. But here's some discussions that I want to have, and I will have with anybody all day, every day, and that's talking about the great things that we are doing, not the perception of what we're doing. So if you'll indulge me, I want to shout out a few of the things that we're doing that are a little bit different this year. For our birth through grade 1, we have recently expanded our Parents as Teachers program, which leverages the strengths of a family to promote student growth, all while building a circle of support around them. Kindergartens through 5th grade, we will now have literacy, math, and bilingual residents to assist students and staff in building core foundations. For our 6th through 8th grade, we will implement a connections curriculum to support academic support our student growth through intervention, enrichment, and extension activities. We will also be supporting our students and staff with additional middle school interventionists and instructional residents. And to our high school kids, not only have we expanded our AP dual credit and our elective offerings, and if I could be a little bit selfish, that includes the add of our robotics, mechatronics, advanced building trades, on top of our precision machining and our welding, which a little bit of brag time, if you allow me. 4 years ago, we started with 23 kids in our welding program, and this year we're going to have almost 130 kids in that program. We're really proud. And all you folks responsible for that, I think at Skills USA, we took the podium with first, second, third place. You can tell I'm a little bit impassioned by it because it's good stuff for our kids. Amen to that. We've also added student supports through early bird and night credit recovery offerings, and this year we will also see the implementation of the AVID program and added interventionist positions, which will help us in closing the achievement gap, preparing all of our students for success in a global society. For our staff, some additional opportunities, ESL cohorts to broaden our strategies to tend to the multiple needs of our students, as well as competency badging that will be available for our office professionals and our paraprofessionals. I want you to hear this. At every level, we will continue to attend to the food and social emotional insecurities. At every level, we will attend to the health and welfare needs. We will provide safety, stability, and a clean and welcoming environment. We will encourage and prod. We will model and instill confidence. We will question. We will hope. And we will challenge our way to excellence. And we will do this for each and every student, regardless of their race, ethnic background, religion, sex, rich or poor, student or non-student. Elevating the conversation around public education is simple, but it's not easy. But here's some things that we can do to start. And first, we need to start small. I'm going to ask you by a show of hands. Now, I'm a dad. I'm a grandpa. If you're fibbing to me, I'm going to know. Ready? Show of hands. Who made their bed this morning? Okay, we don't have to talk about it. Here we go. Geez. For those of you that raised your hands, nicely done. The rest of you, we're going to work on it. So you know where I'm heading with this. Some of you know this already. But if you start your day with the simplest and smallest of tasks, it gives you the confidence to be able to go on and complete more tasks and more complex tasks. You also know that I'm a huge fan of Admiral McCraven, author of Make Your Bed. He would tell you that even if your day wasn't stellar, and if you use Jeff Craig terms, your day was just downright cruddy, when you do come home, you come home to a made bed, a bed that was made by you, and that is a sense of accomplishment. So I say start with the simple and move towards the complex, because if we can't do the easy things right, how will we ever be expected to do the hard things right? So if you want to be able to accomplish the difficult tasks, start by making your bed. And if you're interested in reading more about this, a couple of titles I'll throw out to you. One is The Hero Code. The other one is Make Your Bed, both by Admiral William McCraven. They are short stories and a compilation of themed stories, and they describe attributes and characteristics that are desirable. And I will tell you that he uses short words, limited pictures. It's allowed me to read it. I highly recommend it. Okay, Mr. Superintendent, we made our bed. Now what? Starting small, building up. So if you've forgotten what the concept of E plus R equals O is, that's okay. I got your back. New people that haven't been to this for a couple of years, stay with me. E plus R equals O. Event plus response equals outcome. So the basic idea is that everyday life brings us events, situations, and circumstances that we don't even ask for. They show up at our doorstep, and we don't control those. And there are always outcomes for these situations and events. We don't control those either. What we do control is our response to these events and situations, the correlation being that the quality of our response translates into the quality of our outcomes. The quality of our response to the debate on our public education is imperative. We don't control recent events that have impacted public education. We don't control the outcome or even the narrative of the national debate over public education. However, here's what we can control. We can shape the narrative about public education right here in West Aurora. That's our focus. So here's our response. Let's do our part to elevate the conversation about public education in West Aurora. That's our world. No matter your role in the district, no matter your role in the community, you have the opportunity to have a positive impact with people. Every situation, every circumstance is an opportunity to elevate the conversation about schools in West Aurora. Be a proud member, be a proud supporter of our West Aurora School District. If you remember earlier when I was talking about some simple things that we can provide, we talked about providing a welcoming environment for all. I will also give you some thoughtful ways to do that, highly encouraged ways to do that. Hint, hint, take note, please. First, we will learn this all when we were little kids. It comes under the broad heading of the Golden Rule. Treat people the way you want to be treated. 2, I don't care what your title is. I don't care what your role is. I don't care how long you've been on this earth. I don't care how much money you make. Please hear this. You are never too important to be nice to people. We can ask before we assume. We can listen more than we speak. This is where in the lecture or the seminar that you were in, and the instructor says, you might want to write this one down. So please hear this. Students and staff and parents are not an interruption of our work. They are the purpose of it. Let's demonstrate how we can have productive discourse. We can share how to disagree without having to draw a hard line in the sand. Let's model how to be nice to each other. It's simple, but it's not easy. Let's do our small part in all our small corner of the world to make sure that we can make a difference for our students and our greater community. As we wind down here, I'm getting the high sign. You know, this is heartfelt. I know I use humor sometimes to kind of grab attention, but we have a lot of people to be thankful for. I get a chance to be on top of the letterhead, but in no way, shape, or form do I believe that I'm the only one getting the work done. There's all of us that have come together to make this happen. That's why today is such an important opportunity. And when I mean all of us, I want to thank our community partners as well for being here. Thank you for being a supporter of the West Aurora schools and for viewing public education as the heartbeat of our communities. I also want to thank our school board for your service and our commitment to our students and our community. Your support is invaluable. And I believe that our getting our mission done comes with your support in your role, so thank you. I believe that we can do this work. I believe that we have the right staff in the right places to have this influence on our future. This is the culture that we can create, live, and share. friendly reminder, culture is what we believe, culture is how we behave, and the experiences that we give and receive every day, every week, for every person. I really appreciate your time and attention today. Let's go do the work. Thank you.
Please, go Cubs.